We are now closer to the end, and in this lecture we're going to be doing the day of the week optimization. So we're going to be doing the continuous refinement approach. We are almost finished with that approach. We're down to the fourth level now, which is the day of the week optimization. Up to now, every single filter has added further benefit to the EA, and we're going to look if day of the week does the same. So by now you should know the process. We go to the expert properties. It loads the input screen. We make sure that we load the appropriate settings from the previous test, which was the time of day in steps. So I'm going to load that in. My test is always whether the MA period is 200 and 700. That is in fact the case, and I recognize the server dates, the times. So that loading seems to be okay, and now what we need to do is test the various days of the week, and I'm just going to click on them. It's either yes or no, so it's either active or it's off. This test shouldn't be too tricky, and there are no other ticks left, so we can go straight into the testing process. Click OK, go into the optimization and click on start. Now there are 128 variations of this particular testing process, and we will wait for those. They're going pretty fast, so I'm not even going to pause the video. It should finish quite quickly. One of the things that I want to point out to you while we're waiting for that input is that this is downloadable into Excel. All you do is you highlight the first item, then press shift and highlight the second, and it will highlight all the items. You then go and you say copy or copy all will do both of them will do the trick, and you can copy this into Excel, which allows you to play around with the figures, because we haven't really spoken about, we've always looked at the best alternative. What is very good to do is to also look at the worst alternative, to see what the settings are that you have to avoid, and on Excel you can sort all these settings to see if there's any particular pattern. If you cannot see it on the optimization graph, Excel is another way that you can sort all the outcomes to see if you can see any patterns that show you settings that will be more robust. It's actually finished. It is finished completely, and what it shows is that choosing a particular day of the week to trade has added particular value. Okay, so the results are available, and the top four results are all the same. Let's have a look at the what they say, if they're saying the same thing. Monday shouldn't be traded, Tuesday shouldn't be traded, Wednesday should be traded, Thursday shouldn't be traded, Friday should be traded, and then there's a mixture of Saturdays and Sundays. I'm going to go for this particular option. It's the same amount, but I'm going to copy that as our best result. So I'm going to put that as our input. Again, what I'll do is go through. It's now in the input. You can see Mondays are off, Tuesdays are off, Thursdays are off, and the others are active. I'm going to again save this as day of the week step, because this is a step process, and we'll save those settings. Okay, so the other thing that we can do is just double check those results by running those settings as a test rather than optimization. So I've got optimization unticked, and I'm going to run them as a test. And very quick, the report says yes, it's a 1038 is the optimum amount. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to check it against the tick test, just to see if that's still more or less in line. So let's have a look if that happens, and if that's okay, that is our optimal result from all our testing so far. There are more optimization steps which we'll cover in future lectures, but so far we have almost completed the continuous refinement approach. So let's have a look if this brings up 1038. Report 1038, and we've got a green line which is we've got 90% modeling quality. Very good. So we'll move on to the next lecture to have a look at what we need to do from now on. But so far we have optimized all the visible settings on the EA.